Alright, good morning, afternoon, or evening, everyone. Today, I'm going to be featuring the Fiji in the Tech Trials series. As you know, this is a new series on my channel, basically very similar. It's almost the exact same thing to Fresh Look, but Fresh Look was basically reviewing premium ships in 2022 meta and just talking about them, how they are right now, basically re-reviewing ships. This one, Tech Trials, is the same thing, except for Tech 3 ships, tier 9 and below. So obviously we're not going to be covering tier 10 tech tree ships or anything. Tier 10 ships, as you guys know, are covered in the How I Play series or the thought process videos. We cover them there. So if you have any questions about tier 10 ships, that's the series or playlist you're going to probably find those ships in. But in terms of lower tier tech tree ships, since you guys are obviously asking me questions about how are these lines, etc., I'm going to try to be covering them in these videos. And here we are in the Fiji Tier 7 Tech 3 Cruiser. I'm going to put up the poll that I actually made on YouTube here. As you see, 25% of voters out of 1,600 votes voted for Fiji, 25% voted for Kitakazi, 20% voted for Baltimore, and 19% for Donskoy, and then only 10% for Algeria. I'll be covering Fiji first, and then I'll be doing Kitakazi, and then we can do Baltimore and Donskoy, and then we can do a repoll, because Algeria only got 10% of the votes. But if you do want Algeria in a future video, I will definitely cover it. But apart from that, I think we should start off talking about the Fiji, and of course playing the game. So this is the Fiji, of course, Tier 7 Light Cruiser for the British Tech 3 Light Cruiser line. As you know, it is a light cruiser, as I just said, but let's start off with the armor layout. It has 13mm nose armor, which is pretty much nothing. It has a 19mm side armor, and then it also has 51 deck here, but only a tiny proportion of the deck, and a gigantic superstructure, just in case people aren't penning you everywhere else. But anyway, so let's take a look at the Citadel. The Citadel actually, so this part isn't actually a Citadel. Up here it might look like it, but it's actually not. The Citadel is only down here, as you can see. It does sit out of the water, and it is giga huge, so you're gonna have to be really careful when you're playing the Fiji. But yes, that's the armor layout. So let's take a look at our commander build. I'm actually going to be running Last Stand, Grease the Gears, Priority Target, Superintendent, Survivability Expert, Adrenaline Rush, Concealment Expert, and Radio Location. In terms of my equipment, I'm going to be running Steering Gears Mod 1, Aiming System Mod 1, Hydra Search Mod 1, and Main Armaments Mod 1. And we're going to obviously be using the smoke. If you really wanted to, you could use Fighter Plane on Fiji. Wouldn't recommend it. There it is, sitting on the deck. And you could also use Spotter Plane on the Fiji, but I also wouldn't recommend that. I would obviously recommend using the smoke screen, because that is the safest option for you, and it is the best option for you. In terms of my camouflage, the perma camo, this is what it looks like. The perma camo for Fiji, I think it looks gorgeous, and of course it's really cheap now, so I instantly bought it. And then you also have the alternate, which also looks pretty decent with the dark blues and everything, but I prefer the normal one personally. In terms of my economic bonus, I did get one of the free economic bonuses from the new event or whatever we had last month, so I put it on the Fiji because it was tier 7 bonuses. But yeah, I think we should get into the video. Alright, so here we are on Okinawa in a tier 9 match in the Fiji. We did spawn A side, so we're actually gonna go that way. But let's start talking a bit about the ship before we get into the match. So, we have 34,550 HP with Survivability Expert, of course. We also, which is really nice and uncommon for a tier 7 cruiser, we have a heal, which is quite important for your survivability. It's not a giga huge heal or anything. It says 5,700 each heal. And obviously some of the heals aren't going to be healable due to Citadel damage, but it is actually pretty nice that you actually get a heal at tier 7 on a cruiser, especially whilst getting a smoke screen. As you know, British light cruisers get a smoke screen, so here it is, we do get a British smoke screen. We get Hydro 4 kilometers, normal DCP of course, and as you can tell, it's AP only, like every other British light cruiser, except for, I guess, Belfast, but Belfast is a premium, so let's just talk about tech 3 ships. Yeah, so this is AP only. It is improved AP characteristics, of course. But yes, our top speed is 34.1 knots, and our concealment is 10.1 kilometers. Of course, we have 15.4 kilometer gun range with an 8-second reload, so that's also not too bad. In terms of gun range, it's actually pretty good for tier 7, especially for a light cruiser. Obviously, you don't have the room for spotter plane, but I mean, you could remove it instead of smoke, but I would never recommend that because I just think that's not the play. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We obviously have 8 km torps. I think we have 3 per side, I would believe so. Yeah, we have 3 per side, so you get 6 total torpedoes. They're not too crazy, but in some situations, in some rare situations, you might actually feel the need to use them, especially in a tier 5 game. I think in a tier 9 game, they're going to be significantly harder to actually make use of. But in a tier 5 game, they're definitely easy to use. Or not easy to use, just easier to use than a tier 9 game. Luckily, we haven't really gotten any radar on the enemy team, it seems. No radar. Nothing at all. There's an Asashio, but that literally can't torp us, so it's actually useless against us. There is a submarine, which could be an actual issue for us. We're gonna ping RPF for our team so they know what's going on, maybe. There is something up here to keep in mind of. But yes, let's keep going northward, slowly. Okay, so there's an Azuma, and I have been caught, guys. It has happened. I've been overly aggressive. I've been caught. He is in our concealment range, but don't fear. Smoke is here. So 7k damage there. Hopefully he doesn't load AP. Actually, I did hope he shot me. There you go. He did shoot me. That means we can get smoke spotting on him. Or smoke spotting. Well, his smoke bloom is worse than mine. Jesus, that HE hurt us a lot. But it's okay. We have a heal to counteract the turbo damage we have received. And as you know, we are AP only, so it could be a bit difficult to actually unload some good damage on him. We're gonna unload some damage, but we're not gonna unload infinite amounts of damage, and that's okay. We might actually land a torpedo here, which would be pretty nice, but he does have Hydra running, it seems, so he is actually gonna slow down and turn in. That means he is gonna dodge the torpedo, I would assume. Actually, no. He's going to take it up on the nose, which is really nice. We do get a flood. Sadly, of course, we can't set the perma flyers or anything because we don't have, well, HE, right? We have AP only, so to keep that in mind. We did lose the spotting on him. That is a bit unfortunate. Can't really do anything about that except whine, I guess. We could whine, but that's not gonna get him spotted, I guess. We're just hoping he doesn't rush us with Hydra or something, because that might be the end of us. Really, truly. So we're just gonna have to be safe. Try to abuse this island as much as possible. By that I mean just sit right next to it. So if he does actually emergency spots us, we can run straight to the rock. We do have British acceleration here to help us out. It seems like RPF has switched here. It could be the Coniberti, but it also could be the Azuma beached on this rock. Anything is really possible at this point. I'm a bit scared of like opening up because I don't want to get smoke spotted. My smoke spotting is 5.4 kilometers. It's pretty important. My team is mad that I smoked Azuma up, I guess. I mean, I had to. I was getting smashed, so I had to. I did 34k to him by myself, so to be fair, he did get giga smashed. Alright, he's not here. I'm not sure where he is. Okay, that's Coniberti. That's not him. Those are Coniberti torps. There is the Azuma. We have seen him. We did half his HP ourselves, actually. Not bad. You have to be really careful in Fiji. Sure, you have a heal and stuff, but you still shouldn't be like basically roaming around open water all the time because you're still a very, very light cruiser. As we saw, 13mm nose armor is not too good, to be honest. So you have to be really careful and cautious with where you're pushing or where you're smoking. Especially, you have to keep in mind blind firing. Blind firing has become like a very common thing nowadays. Back in the day, super old WoWs, like it wasn't too big of a thing. And nowadays, of course, thanks to Flamu, Kappa, it's a joke. Everyone's blind firing now. Obviously, people have gotten used to it and people know how to do it, you know. So that is kind of something you have to keep in mind. Smoke doesn't make you invincible, guys. You have to keep in mind that there are issues with the smoke sitting inside it. The fact that, well, you're literally like, you know, there shooting and they can shoot you back for free. It's not like you're indestructible when you're in smoke. You're invisible, sure, but you're not indestructible. gonna try to get the Azuma kill here. 3-second reload from now. Nah, he healed. Is what it is. We're gonna try maybe get some damage on these guys. Look, our Alsace is mad at us or whatever. It's okay, guys. Like, he's saying we're hiding, but he's in the spawn as well, back of the map, full HP. So, like, that's the thing for a lot of you guys too. Like, it's not just for me. Someone's bullying you, man. Like, not like actually bullying, but just like harassing you on the map. Just like, bro, ignore him, man. Like, if you know you're doing the right thing and you know you can't just sit in the open and like do everything for like tank and stuff, like, don't risk your life. You need to be alive or you're gonna like die instantly. And dying instantly is not good. It's definitely not gonna help you win. And if you do die instantly, he's just gonna get mad at you for dying then. So, it literally doesn't matter, guys. Keep that in mind. Okay, there are torps everywhere. We are losing, sadly. It is what it is. I think we push up here, maybe. Just have to be cautious whilst we push up. We don't want to die instantly, because dying instantly is bad. We want that Azuma killed. Maybe if the Wujing has a salvo on him. Oh wait, he crossed the map and it still isn't spawn, so it doesn't matter. GG. Among Us. Oh man. I think we're okay right now. Obviously, Fiji isn't like Belfast. You have no radar capability, so you can't really walk wherever you want and do whatever you want, especially against destroyers. Oh, North Carolina is really low. Can our team finish? Yes, they can. There's AP coming in. No, they can't. Maybe my AP plus this AP? Potentially. Oh, my AP. Wow, big damage from Fiji. Got our first kill of the game. First kill of the match, even, for our team. Maybe we can kill California. I would go for Kuniberti, but I'm not gonna hit him, dude. I won't. I'm too far away. 9 kilometers. Unless he beaches, then we have a chance. Sadly, Azuma got away, to be honest, on like 3000 HP. That's what it is. We are gonna have to run straight into the cap here, full speed. Or we do lose instantly. But it is what it is. We might get instantly killed here because we're gonna be broadside to a battleship. If the Kuniberti just pops out and spots me, I do die very quickly. There he is. I'm actually gonna switch to the Kuniberti because he's at 7 kilometers now. That's pretty easy to hit, I would say. The issue is if he has his smoke screen available, he can go dark instantly. So we're not actually gonna end up killing him. We're gonna try our best though. Potentially. No. Oh, we're on 10 points. We just need to not die, please. He'll get behind the rock from me. There's a shit marine to my left too. I'm gonna DCP that. I'm gonna try torp him. I don't think we're gonna get any hits. I think Kuniberti is reversing actually. No, he's there. No, I can't hit him blind. I just can't. He's just moving full speed. Need to move forward so we don't die. Not much time left. We have 5 points left on our team. Something else you have to keep in mind. Games like this do happen, guys. Even to me, like, they will happen. You will lose games instantly without questions asked. Tier 9 battleship players that are full HP will expect you to do everything, but you can't, obviously. So yeah, let's just take a look at the score and see. So we ended up doing 102,000 damage, 208 shell hits, 1 kill, 1 torpid. For team score, we got top of the team in a tier 9 game. Of course, we did try. It's not like we didn't try. We did try, of course. In terms of detailed report, 50k on the Azuma, 33k on the California, 9k on the North Carolina, and 9k on the Kuniberti. And yeah, that's pretty much it, really. Our damage distribution is, of course, mostly AP. It's the Fiji. It's pretty simple. I mean, that's pretty much it. 195,000 credits, whatever. There you go for credits and XP. For my build again, I am running Last Stand, Priority Target, Superintendent, Concealment Expert, Survivability Expert, Adrenaline Rush, Radio Location, and Grease the Gears. In terms of my equipment, I'm running Steering Gears Mod 1, Aiming System Mod 1, Hydro Search Mod 1, and Main Armaments Mod 1. Obviously, this game wasn't a giga game in terms of damage, but why did I feature it? Truth be told is, you're gonna have games like this, right? And I don't want to give you a false sense of security when I just make a video and just give you a god game or something. This is live commentary, right? So I'm giving you a real game situation. That was a tier 9 game on Okinawa, one of the hardest maps to play, I would say, with tier 9 ships in reality. Especially, you know, even showing you, like, for example, teammates that are going to be yelling at you. These things are going to happen to everyone. Obviously, do you think we played it bad that game? Maybe we could have gone into the cap, maybe. And, you know, it was a bit hard, though, because if we ran into the cap, we are going to be perma-spotted. Earlier, if we did it, maybe, you know, we could have gone into the cap, whatever. But the fact that we even lost south side, and we kind of almost won north side, oh, also there was a submarine in A. You have to keep in mind. So if I ran into A, we're going to get submarined. We're not going to do any good. So, honestly, that was just a tough game. Tough games are going to happen. This was a real game video. These types of videos are all going to be like this. Where, well, not like bad games like this one. Like, there's just going to be games which are realistic. So if I get like a 200k game in a ship, just that one game, okay, so be it. If I get like 100k in that game, okay, so be it. You know, whatever. If we lose, it is what it is. But this gives you a true and fair like representation of what the ship is. That's kind of the explanation I have for this situation. But apart from that, the Fiji, is it good? Well, of course, it's pretty good. I think it's really fun to play. It's obviously not as good as Belfast, but I still think it's a really good ship, especially in tier 8 to 5 or whatever matchmaking you can get. The ship just performs extremely well. It's one of those ships where a lot of people really enjoy it. So yeah, this was the Fiji. I'm sorry there was a loss. Obviously, I don't want to show you a loss to say, oh, see, look, losing is okay. Losing is not okay, obviously, but it's a thing that happens. I know a lot of people get really frustrated about losses, but losses do happen, and sometimes they're just uncontrollable. Sometimes they're literally uncontrollable, and it's okay. Obviously, most games, not most games, but a lot of games are controllable, and that's why our win rate sits around 65% on my account, at least. But in terms of, like, just this game, well, we lost. It is what it is. But that's pretty much the Fiji, guys. It was a really good, like, it is a really good ship, obviously. If you're grinding the Minotaur line, obviously this is one of those ships I would recommend keeping for operations or ranked or whatever. It's a very good ship. Definitely a recommendation from me. Obviously, it's free. It's a tech tree ship, so you don't have to pay any money. And some of you guys, just want to let you know, some of you guys are pointing out, well, only like 1 or 2 people out of like 60 comments I get. But some of you are like, oh, you should play the game with like a 10-point captain. I would, but if I did that, and I did try that once, people, like, more people would comment, what's your build for 21 points, you know? Why not show us the ship in its full potential? You know, some people want to play these ships with 21 points, and I want to show you the full build, what the ship can do, right? So that's pretty much the explanation for that also. But yes, I hope you enjoyed this video for Fiji, guys, and please, if you did enjoy it, please do leave a subscription to the channel. I would really appreciate it, because we're on the road to 10,000 subscribers, hopefully. Potentially, we can get it by the end of the year. It's going to be a hard challenge to do by the end of the year, but if possible, if we can get 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year, we're only 1,000 subscribers away. That would be really awesome. But this was the Fiji, guys, and of course, the next video will be for Kitakazi, for the tech trials, but I'm going to try and make a fresh look in between, so I don't only upload one series at a time. The goal would be right now is to upload a tech trials, then a fresh look, then a thought process, and then maybe a review now and then. And maybe a Twitch highlight, because some of you guys do like watching Twitch highlights. But that's pretty much it, guys. Let me know what you think of the video. Any feedback about my commentary, what I can say in the next video, maybe any way I can improve the content. Please, guys, obviously I'm not perfect. I'm a human. Please let me know if we can improve the content. Let me know in the comments, and do try be nice about the feedback, guys. I would really appreciate it. In the Zao one recently, the feedback was incredible, so thank you so much. But yes, I will see you in the next video. Big fan.